The Galactic Council's grand military exhibition hall stretched for miles beneath the crystalline dome of Arcturus Station. Representatives from dozens of species gathered to showcase their latest war machines. The Krellian delegation stood tallest among them, their blue-scaled forms towering 8 feet high as they proudly displayed their newest plasma walker. Commander Vexayar of the Krellian Empire gestured toward the sleek machine with obvious pride. Its chrome surface gleamed under the artificial stars, and its 4 mechanical legs moved with fluid grace. "Behold the K-900 Devastator," he announced. Capable of speeds reaching 200 units per cycle, armed with twin plasma cannons that can vaporize a target from 10 kilometers away. The assembled delegates murmured appreciatively. The Zorati brought their hover tanks, silent and deadly. The Melody displayed their bioorganic war creatures, massive beetle-like constructs that could regenerate damage. Each species tried to outdo the others with increasingly exotic weapons. Then, the humans arrived. Captain Sarah Chun led the small Earth delegation, followed by a single vehicle on massive treads. Compared to the gleaming alien machines, it looked almost primitive. Angular armor plating covered its hull, painted in desert tan. A long barrel protruded from its turret, and various sensors and equipment boxes cluttered its surface. Vexayar's mandibles clicked in what passed for Krellian laughter. Is this truly what Earth brings to the exhibition? This relic. Other delegates joined in the amusement. The Zorati ambassador's tentacles writhed with mirth. "It moves on tracks. How quaint. Our hover technology made such primitive locomotion obsolete centuries ago." Captain Chin remained calm, her weathered face showing no emotion. She had served in 3 different conflicts across Earth before being selected for the diplomatic corps. This is the M1A2 Abrams main battle tank. It has served humanity for over a century with continuous upgrades. A century! The Melody representatives' bioluminescent patches flashed in disbelief. "You still use century-old technology?" "Our war creatures evolve new capabilities every solar rotation." The mockery continued as delegates examined the Abrams. They pointed at its reactive armor blocks, calling them crude. They laughed at its diesel engine, comparing it to their fusion cores and zero-point energy systems. The tank's crew, hidden inside, remained silent as ordered. "Look at this," a Tethran engineer said, running a scanner over the armor. Simple composite materials. No energy shielding, no adaptive camouflage, no molecular reconstruction capability. How does this primitive machine even survive on a battlefield? Vexayar circled the Abrams like a predator examining prey. "Tell me, human, what is the top speed of this tank?" 42 miles per hour on road, 25 cross-country, Chin replied evenly. The laughter grew louder. "RK-900 moves at 5 times that speed." "And the weapon?" another delegate asked. "That simple projectile launcher, 120 millimeters smoothbore cannon, fires kinetic penetrators and high-explosive rounds." "Kinetic rounds." The Zorati ambassador's translator struggled with the amusement in its voice. "You still throw pieces of metal at your enemies? How wonderfully primitive. Our plasma beams travel at light speed." The exhibition continued for hours. Each species demonstrated their vehicle's capabilities in the testing arena. The Krellian walker danced across obstacles, its plasma cannons carving molten channels in target drones. The Zorati hover tank glided silently, its gravitic weapons crushing targets into microscopic cubes. The Melody war creature sprouted new weapons from its carapace, adapting to each challenge. When Earth's turn came, the Abrams simply rolled into the arena and sat there. Its engine rumbled steadily, a deep throaty sound that echoed off the walls. "Is it broken?" someone asked. "Why isn't it doing anything?" Captain Chin spoke into her communicator. "Sergeant Martinez, show them standard target engagement." The turret rotated with mechanical precision. The main gun elevated slightly. Then, with a thunderous crack that made several delegates flinch, it fired. The kinetic penetrator, a dart of depleted uranium traveling at over a mile per second, smashed through the first target drone, and the second, and the third. It continued through 6 targets before finally stopping in the arena's back wall, leaving a crater 3 feet deep. The laughter had stopped, but the dismissive attitudes remained. Impressive for kinetic technology, VexAR admitted grudgingly. But surely that's the limit of its capabilities. Chen smiled for the first time. That was a training round at 60% charge. We didn't want to damage your station. The exhibition concluded with polite applause for all participants, but the alien delegates continued to regard the Abrams as a quaint curiosity. They spoke of humans as a young species, still clinging to outdated concepts of warfare. Their condescension was palpable as they filed out of the hall, leaving Chun and her crew alone with their tank. Sergeant Miguel Martinez emerged from the commander's hatch, his dark eyes scanning the now-empty exhibition hall. "Permission to speak freely, Captain?" "Granted. They have no idea what they're looking at, do they?" Chun patted the Abrams armor affectionately. "No, Sergeant. They see the surface and think they understand. They've never faced a determined enemy who keeps coming despite technological disadvantages. They've never learned that sometimes the old ways survive because they work. Think they'll learn?" "Oh, they'll learn." Chen's expression grew grim. "The hegemony war is coming. Intelligence reports suggest the Vorthan Empire is mobilizing. When these shiny toys face real combat, when their complex systems meet the chaos of war, they'll understand why humanity